Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Malaiz Gaming in Total War Warhammer. So we're playing with our main hero in this game as Grobrindal, the White Dwarf, the most ancient of the dwarfs. And he has some really nice bonuses, so what I'm trying to decide here is I see this orcish force up here that's been rebuilt somewhat. So do I want to intercept him and prevent him from taking these settlements? And if so, do I want to move north with my main force? There's a lot of things that can be taken down here. To the south. Alright, I think I'm going to move this army here to reinforce. And if we move as fast as we can hopefully get to Mount Squigburn here. Alright, and we'll hopefully be close enough there that if they attack the town or they attack us, we can reinforce. Those extra units will help a lot.
How can I help?
Alright, so do we want to continue moving south? Karakade Peaks is now at rank 3 settlement. Let's see if we can initiate.
Speak before my shield bearers and on the Orth Storm.
So Karak Azul, we have much more power than they do, so we can do a non-aggression pact. And let's try a defensive alliance. Moderate success. Military access. Okay. So now we can basically work together. And we'll work towards trading with them. Alright, so if I move forward with my main army, I can upgrade to the mustering hall, which will give me longbeards. And longbeards with great weapons, which requires an armory. I'll have... Do I have the capability of building an armory? I do not. But I would be able to get cannons and thunderers. Well, meanwhile, down here in Death Pass, I don't really have any money. Alright, so the critical decision now. Do we head west? Do we head south? Or do we head north? Let's see if we can initiate diplomacy with them as well. Alright, so they're not going to do via defensive alliance, at least not with us yet. I think we're upgrading the clan barracks to rank 2 for quarrelers.
I am the White Dwarf.
This area here is all pretty well exposed. Ekrand, Stone Mine, Tower, Duckras. I don't want to take those because my ally might do so. Alright, so we'll go through the underground, come out over on this side, and then end. Interested to see what this guy up here does, the orc force. Looks like our allies, what is this? +6 leadership or recruitment cost reduced. We'll take the leadership. Alright, so we got some money which will allow us to upgrade a couple things. Black Crag here is kinda, and Iron Rock as well, are both kinda on the border. One more turn until the clan barracks is upgraded. And I wanted to get this arsenal, which will allow me to get a big bonus to the melee units that I train here. Rank 3, so I just need more money and 2 surplus, which I'll have in 5 turns. Or I can go for this, costs 2,000, but it gives me 300 income, so it'll pay for itself in 6 turns. Where up here, I could do the gem mine, which will increase trading. Mount Squighorn is about to be upgraded. We can increase our growth even more. Go ahead and get some growth. We'll get it early in the game. Let it build up. Don't want to spend all my money though, because if I build some more, hire some more forces. Alright, so these last two settlements, Barag Dwazbag and Dak Karaz, are both part of this area here, so I want to see if I can allow him to get complete control of that. And if we do, that means I need to head down here towards Bitterstone Mine area. The orc, it looks like he fell back. So then what we'll do is we'll switch places, and we will go up towards this direction, and we'll go towards the mission objective. We will go underground with Vikram, and we will move him down here, and he can take up a defensive position down by Black Crag and Iron Rock. We can 4 more turns until we complete the next research that we're working on. And we're also making our way towards the mission, which is a predetermined battle. Barakvar moved out, captured another one of those settlements in that area, which is great.
The axe thirsts for war.
Alright, Vikram, we're going to have you go to Iron Rock, because you can go from Iron Rock to Black Crag and back and forth in a single turn. I think we need you to get up here in this corner. Alright, so we've got almost $5,000 now. Carrick Drawn, which is up here in the top, we could upgrade that, but it's not really necessary. 4 more turns on the surplus. Alright, we can go to rank 3 up here, which will allow for long beards. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go for that. And that'll be 3 turns, but then we can start replacing all of our units with long beards. So I might even want to do that before I go up north here. So if I actually have these two switch their course and come back for a second. So end this turn because they already used their movement. But I'm going to give most of my forces from this army to the secondary army. So he's got 2 armies now as well.
Greetings, honorable ally.
Alright, defensive alliance with Zufbar, which is to the north. Perfect. Hopefully we can start trading with these races, or these other dwarven factions as well. It's giving us a lot more view range of the enemy's movements too, since we have all these allies.
For the wisdom of
Alright,
Malaiz.
let's see if we can't bring him
Summon me
to a
if ye
position where he can trade.
dare. I am the White Dwarf.
Alright, so we're going to give Vikram all of our dwarf warriors and one of our unit of quarrelers, or do I want to hold on to them? No, I'll hold on to 3 units of quarrelers, that's fine. Alright. Now we're both out of movement again, but the armies have been replenished. And most of them are on Vikram now. He's got a good sizable defensive force. Let's see, Krazak Karak here is being upgraded. We can increase the growth. How much does this cost? 1,000, and give 7 more growth, which is very little, to be honest. Well, it's actually about a 10% bonus, but we're only 1 turn away from being upgraded to rank 3 We're having 2 points. And that will give us... We can improve another one of these settlements. Alright, Black Crag is doing well. We can actually see the vampires moving up in the northern areas now. They may be engaged in war with Sifbar. Oh, there we go. So he's completed that entire area. Our ally up north is killing off some of the vampire armies. I lost Oakenhammer. Alright. So now we've got our 2 armies again. And our main army, or secondary army of Vikram, I should say. Well, actually, let's see if we go... It's about the same distance either way. We'll go underground to here. And we'll keep in a defensive position, at least for right now, down here. Keep an eye on it.
I'm here now.
Grobrinda, we need you to go underground to over here. Can you train troops? Not in this stance. Alright, and we have enough money now. If we wanted to, we could upgrade to cannons and thunderers, which are good at armor piercing, but I don't really think we need that too much yet. So we will just hold on to our money for the time being. Trading depot's not bad. Alright, we'll spend some money on the trading depot. Actually, no, we'll cancel that. We're going to save our money until Grobrinda gets his forces. Because Karzak here is 1 turn away, so next turn we should be able to recruit some Ironbeards. We're also about to finish the recruitment costs by 5% for Longbeards. So, boom. Both of those will appear next turn.
Friends of the Dowie.
Alright, military alliance with Sifbar. So we finished the recruitment cost reduction for Longbeards, and now we're working on increased weapon strength. So one of my Karzak was damaged, so now I get to repair all of these buildings for a turn. That's exciting. Alright, so I've got $8,000. If I go to a normal stance, get into Mount Squighorn,
How can I help?
I can now recruit. And I can recruit Longbeard, so these are going to be my primary defensive line. So I'm going to get... need more than 3. How about 5? We'll go with 4. Alright, so that's going to be 2 turns. But they're going to be veteran rank 3 Longbeard, so we're going to have a really good defensive line going into this next objective. I don't really need any more artillery. And I don't really need any more quarrelers or anything like that. Alright, and we're repairing all that stuff. How are we doing down here? We can go for some extra income. The gold mine. Why not? We'll increase our income and go for the gold mine. It takes 4 turns to build, though. We'll have to see what we can get at Black Crag here. So we've used all of our movement. We have not. Alright, so we can head south with this army.
Lads, we move.
What have we got? We've got our ally. Yep. And we've got a really beat up enemy army. And they're all outside of Kara, eight peaks. Alright. Well, while that's happening, maybe I can take Malaiz Sorrow. So, keep that in mind as I start heading that way. We're going to be building for 2 turns, so we'll end this. Swords hop in, tearing apart one of our ally towns up top. Not much we can do though.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Alright, let's see if we can hit Valea Sharo. Alright, well there's an enemy army down there. It's kind of unexpected. Alright, so we've got our Runk 3 iron longbeards, I should say. We can upgrade this to allow us to get cannons and thunderers. It takes 3 turns. Public order is slowly rising. Do we need to build anything at Mount Squighorn? I guess not. At least not until we get higher ranks. So 8 more points until 8 more turns until we get another point. So we can go for increasing our growth. And then let's see.
Time for a reckoning. Fight them.
So we can't move the last little bit. 8 more turns until Karak 8 peaks. Huh. Let's see. So we're out of movement on this one, and we can't move because we're building on the other one, so we've got to end our turn. So the orcs are way up there in the vampire lands now. And the orcs are trying to take the orc lands. Chaos is now stirring, so we're going to have to worry about chaos in the lands now, but they're going to come from the north, as far as I know. Alright, so we've got our army right here, and they just attacked and pushed and failed. So we can go ahead and attack Malaiz Sorrow here. Now, I'm not sure if I want to occupy this or not. I mean, I guess it does make sense to occupy it since I only have so many. There's a finite number of settlements that you can take. But if I start getting these other goblins, these other dwarves to join me, then they're going to basically, I'll capture their lands anyway. So we'll put our hero here in the front, form a line of dwarf warriors, a really long line. That'll prevent the enemy from getting up close. Quarrelers we'll put in the front of the dwarf warriors, and we'll put them on skirmish mode.
Keep him at beard's length. Grudge thrower.
And then we'll put our artillery in the middle. Nice. So it doesn't really matter where the catapult aims. Aim for their hero, it looks like. Alright, so they're charging across the land. Once they get into range of the quarrelers, they're going to be in big trouble, especially when you consider that I'm on high ground. So these units do have shields, which will help reduce some of the damage that they take from arrows, but there's just going to be so many of them coming in. Now Now this is just our secondary army, so they don't have any of the special units like the flamethrowers and things, at least not yet. You can see them firing at our dwarves, who are putting their shields up to block. Alright, dwarves are falling back behind the front lines. Nice. Alright. So now let's see, they've got more of them charging in. Have these warriors come in around from this side. This one coming around from this side. Now we've got quarrelers pretty much fighting them from every direction. We are suffering losses on a couple of our units of dwarf warriors, but for the most part, their veteran status is giving them a pretty big advantage. Now these two units of dwarf warriors are completely enveloping these goblins. Once these units break, so now we can see the dwarf warriors coming around from the sides here, just completely surrounding them. Same thing on this side. And now we're getting them from both sides and firing them as they run. Pretty resounding victory. We did lose some units, but it was pretty much decided from the beginning. I mean, they had almost no ranged units that could do anything, where we had an abundance, but that was kind of how we wanted a simple dwarven army that we could use to take territory. Alright, so yeah, I do think we're going to occupy this settlement. So Malaiz Shadow is part of this. Where's Crooked Fang Fort? Oh, wow, it's right there. Dringorkratz right here is ally as, and Karagate Peaks. So I might actually be able to get the Crooked Fang Fort as well. And this is extending my territory now. All of this blue you can see on the map here. All of this blue is ours, so we've got a pretty decent sized controllable area now. Death's Pass. Most of the nice buildings we want for Death's Pass are at the higher tiers. You can build a gate though. Makes it even more difficult to take out. It seems kind of unnecessary. At least right now. Iron Rock. Got the arsenal you can build. But we can build something else in the meantime. How about more tradable income? Alright, so this hero has leveled up, he's rank 4 now. So we'll go to reduction in vampiric and chaos corruption. That's going to help a lot with keeping that from happening. The vampiric corruption will obviously allow the vampire units to heal while in those areas, so we don't want that to happen. And if we have too much chaos, then the actual armies can just randomly appear in your territory, so you don't want that either. So we'll see what this army here does. We may be able to take the Crooked Fang Fort. Okay, maybe not. It's rank 3. We'll have to see what he does next turn. So if we go up north here,
You know who I am.
we've got all of our forces built up and ready to go. So if we go underground here, we can get one turn away. We should be able to get close enough now to do that mission next turn. So Karazakarak is at -1 right now, when there's no army there. So here at Mount Squigharn, I have found something you can build. A refactory, which increases public order. And take most of my money. But it's okay, we'll end our turn.
of the High Kings serve thee?
Alright, so we've taken up strength rank 1, and this guy up top, Zufbar, is now rank 12, so he's done pretty well for himself as well. But we do have lots of armies below us. The Bloody Hands, the Greenskins, the Mutinous Gits, and the Red Fangs are all still to the south, so... And we have the Bloody Spears to the north as well. Alright, so they want us to join war against Schwarzhofen, the vampires. I'd say, why not? Because most likely we won't even get to see them. They're so far away. And if they do come down here to attack us, then we can defend ourselves. But we can't control their territory. Alright, so this is our Vikram army. Alright, so Gorfang tried to get by us and got intercepted. We definitely want to... And he's already been really injured. The interesting thing is he has some pretty unique units. Those dual-wielding assassin characters that can sneak up on you, those are unique. And then they have, although heavily damaged, they do have some catapults. So we're actually going to put all our people on groups this time, because I may have to approach and attack them with my ranged, or I'm going to get artillery myself. This is a pretty intense little battlefield. The spider webs and all that. Alright, so we are going to start the battle. So, I have no idea if that's going to be within range. And it does not look like it is. So that yellow line that you see creeping along the bottom of the map, that's the fire arc for our catapults. So, until we get closer, we're not going to be able to fire. So I have all my units moving up to a position on the enemy side where they can hopefully kill them. And I'm going to have them also run, because I don't think that them being tired is going to really matter all that much. So you can see them sprinting down the hill. And there's our hero in the front. Still says they're fresh and eager, so they're doing alright. You can see the line is almost there. Almost. Alright, and now they are beginning to fire at us. So we can have everyone charge their catapults. And as our hero comes up over the top, we can see their hero, Gorfang Rotgut, charging in as well. And any second our artillery should be within range. Oh, look at these ones. Night Goblin archers. Oh, they're firing on us. Alright, our archers will open fire on theirs. Ooh, they also have nasty skulkers. Oh, here they go, look at them all. Oh, arrows are coming in, and arrows are coming back. They're just so outnumbered. These Night Goblin archers are actually really nicely armored. They're not armored, they have really nice weapons. They can do a lot of damage, and they often have poison as well. Plus, obviously, the ability to sneak around on your target. Oh, and now this mass of dwarven troops comes to join their hero. Enemy lord is down. Yeah, that was pretty overwhelming. We got 8 kills with our hero. We prevented their artillery from getting on any. So yeah, that was just a quick little interception. We were able to catch the enemy as they were trying to get by us and kill them. Ooh, and we get a spell that allows our lord to cast Fireball. Alright, now we've got a Beastman horde. that just appeared right next to our undefended arm. Oh, jeez. Okay. So we are using him as a offensive person a little bit as well. So we'll max out Pure Beard and then go something else after. So I don't think I have to worry about Karaza Karak. It's actually really well defended at rank 3. Pillars of Grungy are rank 2. What kind of... They got some pretty decent forces with them. Pillars of Grungy, I don't want to upgrade you because I'm pretty close to being able to upgrade Karaza Karak, the actual stronghold itself. So I'm going to upgrade my growth. And Karaza Karak here. What kind of garrison do I have? Karaza Karak has got Grudge Throwers, Warriors, Thunderers, Coralers with great weapons, Dwarf Warriors, Longbeards, and Hammers. Wow. Yeah, they're not going to attack that. Alright, with the Pillars of Grungy and Mount Squighorn, their garrison is absolutely terrible. Even at rank 3. So we'll have to see which direction they go. As for down here, we're doing alright. I don't want to get too many buildings because I think I'm going to need to spend those points on things like an armory and a Slayer Shrine and things. Alright, so we can go back to a normal stance and we can try this mission right now. And because we only have 14 troops, but because we have Longbeards now, which have the ability, let's see, Longbeards are old grumblers. Yeah, that's what it says. Respected for their great age, superior courage, and the length of their facial hair, Longbeards have an encouraging effect on their allies' leadership, should the Lord be absent. So that's going to help a lot. And we've still got this bonus here from Grungy's teachings, which doesn't apply much in this battle itself, but it's still nice. So the enemy does have a unit of artillery, and they have wolf riders, which are extremely fast, especially compared to dwarves, and they have archers. But the problem is, we've got... And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to use them or not. But we might be able to get them to intercept the enemy's artillery. Alright, so here we are over on this side. It says the goblins have you surrounded. Fend off their impending ambush, huh? Alright, so this is what we'll do. We'll put gyrocopters in the back. Hero on number 1. He can be in the front. Longbeards, you can be number 2, and we'll make like a diamond formation with you. So I'll make it as long of a line as I can, and then the one on the edges will be sloped at a 45-degree angle to hopefully shore up as much of these corners as possible. Behind them we'll have a unit of Quarrelers also at a 45, another unit of Quarrelers at a 45, catapult, 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 which is really nice. And then we have our flamethrowers right in the front. We've also got the pickaxe characters, miners with explosive charges. And then for shoring up any type of enemies that may be sneaking around, we've got the brimstone gun gyrocopters, which are going to be really good against strong individual enemy units because of their guns. Not so good against huge groups, but they are really good against other targets that are bigger and can absorb smaller amounts of damage, or it's all concentrated in one spot. Alright, so we've got targets here, so we can start firing at them, and unless they start shooting back at us. So you can see the Quarrelers are firing. It looks like they're firing at our Longbeards, which is probably going to be pretty tough to do much.
Come down!
Yeah, that's not very effective, and they seem to be running out of ammo relatively quickly, so I'm going to pull them back. I'm going to turn the Iron Drakes over in this direction. Alright, now the Quarrelers are really unloading on them. Pushing them away. They're coming back on the other side now. Make sure I rotate the miners so they can face these enemy troops. Be ready to fire on them. We're just going to have our Iron Drakes line up on this side. I'm going to have Grow Brindle move back a little bit. I mean, he's going to definitely be engaging these targets, but I don't want him to get so far ahead. Now they do have all kinds of units here. Oh, nice. So you can see the blasting charges getting thrown in on the Wolf Riders that are now shaken. And here come the flames. As they charge into the Longbeards, they just get absolutely devastated. Got some more warriors over here on the left. Catapults coming in. Oh, we got helicopters coming in, reinforcement helicopters. And now you can see them dropping fire on there. And our flamethrower troops. Alright, so all kinds of shots going in. So we're going to pop our ability to make it unbreakable. Have Grow Brindle get in there. You can see we're doing a pretty good job holding them. We are taking some casualties over here from Longbeards, but it looks like they're being damaged by artillery more than anything. And there's the monsters from behind. Alright, so now we're going to have our hero charge back to help, as well as our helicopters. And our helicopters are going to move in to bomb the targets. Nice, that helped. That shook them too. And now we're firing on them. Looks like they're taking pretty good damage. And here's our hero coming in. Quarrelers turning fire. Quarrelers turning fire. They're getting shot from multiple directions, including the helicopters. And our hero is in there now too. Oh, and here come the reinforcements. Not too shabby. Decisive victory. So we only lost 36. That's not too bad at all. Our artillery got quite a few. Quarrelers got kills. We got 5 kills with our hero. And we completed our quest. The enemy destroyed a lot of them. Alright, so we're gonna destroy the enemy units. So we got the Dragon Helm, which gives us increased fire resistance and armor. And we got a Runesmith.
You know who I am?
And we've leveled up, so we've got the armor of glittering scales now. That's really nice. And we can go with the Rune of Grimnir for 10% missile resistance. Actually, no. I'm going to go with Lightning Strike, which will allow us to go to battle where there's no reinforcements present.
The dwarfs need me.
Okay, so do I want to go up here and try to put an end to this dwarven unit?
For the wisdom
Or this
of the
vampire unit? This is rank level 13.
I am the White Dwarf.
Huh. And nearly a full army as well.
I have the
What ability does the
forge
runesmith
fires
have?
glowing.
Huh. I'm going to combine him with my other army, which is way down here, huh?
Onward.
He still has movement, so we'll put him in marching stance. Get him as close as he can up
For
here.
the wisdom of Valea.
So Malaiz Sorrow, if we don't tax it, it's only at -1. Due to provincial instability, it's not too bad. We'll just kind of let that go for a minute and see what happens. We moved him up closer to Iron Rock. We're saving our money and our growth points here. Alright, this runesmith, I'm gonna have him go to the south down here. I can try to kill the enemy character. 25%. Or I can reduce the enemy's magic, but it costs money, so I don't think that's worth it.
Arcane winds under control.
I think that we will just allow him to kind of join up with this army down here. We're about to upgrade and get our cannons and everything so we can move back down to where we were and move south as much as we can. Then we'll go under the ground, I think, and get to Mount Squighorn, and then we'll be in a position to get our cannons and thunderers, which will give us armor penetrating capabilities, and also kind of max out the rest of this stack of army. Although I may want to get another unit of Longbeards. I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh, the vampires got pushed away up there. That's going to be good.
Greetings, honorable ally.
Alright, so our southern ally here wants a defensive alliance, which is helpful. He's only ranked 30. But that gives us a whole nother area of things we can see and a potential to have them join us. Zifbar wants us to join war against the vampires, which is fine. And the beastmen are traveling towards the other direction. The armor of glimmering scales moves any character to the following regions. Karak Norn. Wow, that's way over there. Alright, so now the white dwarf thanks his mentor Grungy. Wisdom cannot come from one source alone though, so now he must look to his fellow ancestors, even to his own experience for guidance in the trial. Do I want to continue with the faction and research? I think I can either make my army stronger, I can make my faction stronger, or I can make Grobrindal himself stronger. So I think that it's not really worth it as much to make him stronger personally. I think I kind of want to go for the increased research rate so I can just keep growing as fast as possible. Because if I can get to the strongest units faster than everyone else, then I can just start. Yeah, so I'll go to Apprentice of Grungy again. Alright. So we'll go ahead and end our turn one more time, which will allow us to finish one more technology research. The Crooked Moon mutinous gits have been obliterated. We've finished researching increased damage on our melee weapons, so the next research I want to get Oh, has it already been started? No, it has not. Is going to be Rune-bearing relics, which is 10% increased damage for two-handed weapons, and mastercrafted armor, and forge-proven armor. We'll also get marching song, which increases our speed by 5%. Oh, so I guess we have to go with the 10% increased weapon by itself. Alright. Ooh, Black Crag can be upgraded now to rank 3, so we're gonna go for that. You know, now that I think about it, I've been increasing a lot of my troops, but most of the damage that I seem to be doing is from my ranged weapons and my artillery and my helicopters and things like that. I'm wondering if I should be spending points on those things. No, I like my melee units. I just need more to invest more time in them. So we've got a good hold on this stuff here. And they took Carrick 8 Peaks. Good for them. So Crooked Fang Fort here might be in a position to take. Let's see, I'm gonna have the Runesmith join him.
Time for a reckoning. Forwards. Aye.
I have the forge fires glowing.
Alright, so next turn we'll have the Runesmith join us. And we're doing pretty good here, actually. We finished that first mission.
How can I help?
Our hero is here, so we can move him underground to Mount Squighorn. He won't be able to recruit or anything because of what he's building, but we're in a pretty good place now. We've got these things where we can now get some cannons and thunderers, so I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. I'd like to thank everybody who has watched the episode through its entirety. If you enjoyed it, consider liking and subscribing. It really means a lot. And I hope to see you all in the next episode when we continue to spread our influence throughout the world as the Dwarven faction. Thanks again and have a great night.